it all comes down to this. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and China leads Australia 3 runs to 2. In the bronze medal game, the loser will get the bronze medal, and the winner will have the tough task of having to back up just an hour after this game ends and play the gold medal game for gold or silver against the USA. The Australian girls very confident coming into this game, believe they can do it and still believe they can do it as Kim Cooper strikes out for the first out of the 6th inning. But the dream doesn't have much longer to continue. This game heading to the wire. It's a regulation 7-inning game. We had the ascendancy at one point when we led the game 2 runs to 1 after the 2nd inning. But China got a run back in the 4th and a further run in the 5th to go ahead 3-2. This is the captain and catcher, Joyce Lester. And she hits the first pitch she sees. It's over to the shortstop. That's Li Zhuzing. And she's got the throw across to Wang Ying. 2 outs for the Aussie girls. And this pitcher, Wang Lihong, has been very effective. There's the throw from Liu across to Wang Ying. Yes, very effective. We have not had a base runner since the 4th, and that girl was Sally McDermott. She got mowed down trying to steal second. So in actual fact, since the start of the 3rd inning, we've had our side retired in regulation numbers. 3 batters, 3 outs per inning. So Joanne Brown now at the plate, trying to get something started on a 2-down rally against this pitcher, Wang Lihong, who pitched the 6-0 victory against Australia in round 1 of the tournament. And that misses for a strike, so it's a ball. Joanne Brown hit a 2-run home run the other night to win the game in the bottom of the 10th inning when Lisa Fernandez was on the verge of throwing what is known as a perfect game. She had thrown to 29 batters and retired them all. And Jo Brown took it from her on that occasion. This one is out as well, so Australia goes down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th, and we just have 3 more batting opportunities to go. Scoreline now, China 3, Australia 2 as we go to the top of the 7th. So there it is, there's the scoreline. 4 hits to 2 to China over Australia. China looking very positive. Who will be the winner of this bronze medal game?
Back to the softball shortly, but now a special moment for this man, the super heavyweight champion of the world in weightlifting.
Andrei Chemurkin has been crowned the world's strongest man, and if anyone is to emulate the feats of the great Sulaimanoglu, possibly this man can do it. He was world champion in '95, twice European champion, and he has a lot of lifting left. The super heavyweights tend to stick around, but take nothing away from Stefan Botev today. What a fabulous effort he put in. Let me go through what happened here. Chemurkin smashed his own world record and equalled his own in the clean and jerk and equalled his own world record in the total. Valor also smashed the world record in the clean and jerk to take the silver. And Stefan Botev 200 kilos in the snatch, 250 kilos in the clean and jerk, 450 kilos. He finished 12.5 kilos ahead of the nearest rival. Bronze medal, second time he's taken bronze medal at an Olympic Games, but first time in the Australian colours, the green and gold. A great day for Stefan Botev, and importantly, a great day for weightlifting in Australia. I think it's going to really put it on the map down there. So Stefan Botev, congratulations. Congratulations also to the giant Andrei Chmurga, 165 kilos of him. He is the strongest man in the world as we say goodbye from the Georgia World Congress Centre at the end of the weightlifting program for the 96 Olympics.
Yes, thank you, Pat, and well done to Stefan Botev. Now, more drama for Australia because they are trying desperately to get in that gold medal game against the United States in softball. At the moment, China are blocking them. China leading 3-2.
Top of the 7th inning, and this game goes down to the wire. China holding that slender one-run lead as we watch the pinch hitter, Wu Jingbai, strikeout for Jenny Holiday's second strikeout victim of the game. Jenny coming into the game in the 5th inning after Melanie Roach started to get hit by the Chinese batters. So a need to make a change at that point, and Bob Crudgington had no hesitation in doing it. And now they're back to the top of the Chinese batting lineup. This is one of their key batters. This is Chen Chunfang. As she shows a slap bunt but doesn't go through with it. So 1 out for the Chinese, and we've got to get through this batting sequence without harm and then get our batters in and see if we can get that run back. Even if we just stretch the game into extra innings at this point and then come up with the winning run a bit later, the main thing is a run has to be scored at the bottom of the 7th or the game is over and Australia will have to settle for bronze. But they've come this far, and they've come in with such a positive attitude, winning 5 games straight toward the end of the tournament. It's the best record coming into this medal round today. And Jenny Holiday just struggling a bit with control there. McDermott is the fielder at third base for Australia, and Kim Cooper at shortstop. Natalie Ward at second, Kerry Donelt at first. And the outfield is Joe Brown at left field, Hayley Petrie at centre field, and Peter Edderbone at right field. Joyce Lester is the catcher and playing in her last series for Australia. As we watch that one low, but a strike called by the plate umpire, Julie Johnson of the USA. And the pitcher on the mound is Jenny Holiday from Scoresby in Victoria. She is a teacher at Caulfield Grammar School. And this one's through the infield, so a safe hit for China. And we didn't need that. As Chen Chunfang reaches safely again. She's had 2 hits from 3 at-bats, and she scored the go-ahead run in the 5th inning on a wild pitch by Jenny Holiday. It was when Jenny was just new into the game and was still finding her range, as we see that one just by the outstretched glove of Kim Cooper at shortstop out to Joanne Brown. So Jenny with the pitch now to Yan Fang. And she too shows a slap bunt attempt, but pulls away. 2 strikeouts for Yan Fang, and then she grounded out in the 5th inning to become the 2nd out of that inning. There's the scoreline, 3-2, top of the 7th inning, and softball games are a regulation 7 innings normally. As the runner, Chunfang, gets through to second on the wild pitch. The base runner is not permitted to leave the base till the ball is released by the pitcher in the pitching motion. So there is no getting a lead as there is in baseball, but it's still possible to steal a base. Although the Australians have had a couple mowed down today. Chinese catcher very good. When you talk about catches, you've got to talk about the Australian girl, Joyce Lester, 38 years old and playing in her final international series, and with an impeccable record of nearly 200 international games and 5 world championships, the only girl in world softball to do that. As that one's fouled off by the batter, Yan Fang. Even America's Dot Richardson, who is their most famous player, and she's also an orthopedic surgeon in her 3rd year of residency. She specialises in ankles. Dot Richardson won't achieve the dream of 5 world championships because she intends to retire this year as well at the age of 35. You've got to start young if you want to play in 5 worlds, because they only play them every 4 years. Here's the pitch. Got her. Strikeout on Yan Fang for 2 outs. And that's the 3rd strikeout by Jenny Holiday. So it's a small diamond in softball, much smaller than baseball dimensions. The base paths are around 13 metres. And that ball is coming to you from a very close margin. You're looking at about 11 metres, because they talk feet over here, but we're working it out at about 10 or 11 metres. So not long to, sorry, we'll amend that slightly. The distance from the pitching is 13 metres, and the base paths are about 18 metres long. So it's a small area to cover, and you've got to make up your mind pretty quickly when you're a batter, when the ball is coming at about 108 kilometres an hour, which is the speed that Jenny Holiday throws at. So covering that 13-metre distance is the ball's going to come to you very smartly. So you need a good bat speed, get that bat around very quickly. There's Joyce Lester, the Aussie catcher. And the runner now safely at 3rd on the 2nd wild pitch. So Chun Fang moving around the bases quite nicely. China attempting to broaden the gap in this game. 2 outs now and 2 balls. The count on the batter, Li Zhuzing. There's Melanie Roach. She was the first pitcher in the game. Sydney girl, 24 years old, and would like to realise that dream of getting into a gold medal game. But she's now got to leave it to Jenny Holiday to complete for her. That's in there for a strike. So 2-1 the count. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitcher, Jenny, one of the veterans of the side. The average age of the team is 25. The current pitcher, Jenny, is 31. And this one put into play down to Kim Cooper. She's fumbled it. The run will score. So China, an extra run, and that's an insurance run for them now. It makes it just a little bit harder, and you can see the strain on the faces of the Aussie girls. Kim Cooper very upset with herself. Just not able to get the ball in the glove, and that's all it takes. With a distance of just 18 metres to cover down to first base, it doesn't take them long to scamper down there, and you really can't afford to fumble a ball. And this one hit down to right field. Peter Eddebone takes the catch, so that retires the Chinese team, but not before they've added 1 more run. So China lead it as we go into the bottom of the 7th, and the last opportunity for the Australians to score. China 4, Australia 2.
Mi amor, pareces diferente esta noche.
Que no terminé de tipear el informe mensual de marketing. Es un plomo y me están presionando.
No te lo puedo creer. ¿Todavía no has oído hablar del nuevo software de reconocimiento de voz de IBM? Vos simplemente le hablás y te lo escribe automáticamente.
Estoy anonadada.
Very real, very Australian stories about the men and women who are everyday heroes.
Got someone in there.
On an ordinary day, they never know what to expect. For half an hour, you're no longer just a viewer. You're in amongst it. Whether it's raw emotion or the real stuff that'll get your heart racing.
We're the first on the scene.
It's about Aussies looking out for each other. Just keep reminding yourself, this is real. Emergency 000 coming to Fridays on 7.
The magic of Europe. For a lot of Australians, it's always been out of reach. But now, you can buy the car that well over 1 million Europeans are driving. The car the RACV voted best buy in the medium car class last year. The 2-litre Mondeo from Ford. And from around $27,000, it's a piece of Europe that's well within reach.
Just help yourself to my lips, to my arms. Just say the word and they are yours. Just help yourself to my lips, then that's really start to live.
Because we have the very latest technology and people providing service right across Australia, we're welcoming back thousands of customers. Call us. We're here now.
I still remember getting my first candy from my grandfather. It was Werther's Original, and I was 4. I'll never forget that first taste. Sweet and creamy and just plain good. I felt I was really somebody special. Now, I'm the grandfather. And what else would I give my little grandson but my Werther's Original? He's somebody special, too.
It's a new way of getting a home loan. It's a major bank, but it doesn't have any branches. It's a range of home loan options like you've never seen before, starting at one of the lowest rates around. It's only available over the phone. Our mobile managers come to you. It's ANZ Direct. And it's turning banking upside down. Call 131409.
We're just watching the out made on Kerry Dynelt, who's the first out for Australia in the last inning, the bottom of the 7th. Australia looking to get the 2 runs back that are needed. And we need a base runner now, desperately now. So Kerry Dynelt retired on a ball that was just hit straight up the line to first base. And at the moment, the Australians looking at bronze and China looking at a clash with the USA for gold and silver. Whatever happens, it is a medal, and there's just one more in that medal count, which is looking pretty terrific now for the Australians overall. As we scan along the Australian bench, there's Nat Ward down there on the ground with Joe Brown, Joanne on the left, and Natalie Ward on the right. One fouled off by the batter, Sally McDermott, and Wang Li Hong attempting to go the distance. She beat the Australians in game 1 with a scoreline of 6-0, which really stunned the Aussie girls. They've put on a much better effort against her today, but she is very dominant. She's a workhorse in this tournament. She had thrown 27 innings coming into this game, and she's now thrown another 7. So in just over a week of play, she's now up to 34 innings pitched. And in total, she's given up just 15 safe hits through those 34 innings. Sally McDermott has reached first base safely both times today. She's walked on both occasions, but it's not to be this time as she strikes out. And China now just 1 out away from a gold or silver medal. There's the strikeout on Sally McDermott. Gee, they've had a hard time hitting this pitcher who has really controlled the plate area. She's kept the pitches down pretty much through the game, and she has not allowed a base runner since the 4th, and she has not given up a safe hit since the 2nd inning. And now Tanya Harding. See how deceptive this Wang Li Hong is, because Tanya would be one of the best hitters in the Australian team, but totally fooled by the pace and by the direction of that pitch. There's Joanne Brown. And that one just missing outside for a ball. So 1-1 the count on the Australian batter, Tanya Harding. See the Australian flags on the arm, nice patriotic item. And on the arm which faces the picture with all the Australian softball girls. And that misses. So the Chinese catcher, En Zong Zin, held it there a long while. She really thought that was a strike. There's Melanie Roach, the starting pitcher on this game. She lost the first match against China, and she put up a good effort till she had to leave the game in the 5th. So 2 balls and a strike on Tanya Harding. She connects, but fouls that one off, so 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that girl there, Wang Li Hong, just 1 strike away, or 1 out away from putting China into the game against the USA. And the US believed all along after yesterday's game that China would be their opposition, and I must admit I felt otherwise. Still, it's never over till the fat lady sings, as they say. It misses outside for a ball. Whatever happens with a full count on the batter and 2 outs and trailing by 2 runs, whatever happens with this game and its result, the Australians have performed to their world ranking of number 3, and they have performed exceptionally creditably. 5 straight wins before this game. Tanya Harding's put it up. It looks like it's going to be caught. It is. Australia is out with a bronze medal, and China wins the game 4 runs to 2. So smiles all round for the Chinese team, who will now take on the USA in an hour's time for the gold and silver. And the bronze medal game ends with some regrets for the Australians, but surely, after all of the memories of this moment settle down, I'm sure joy for a bronze medal. So here they are, there's Joyce, and there's Kim Cooper with tears in her eyes, there's Natalie Ward. And they certainly shouldn't feel at all disappointed by a superb effort. And the girls now coming in to shake hands and toed up another medal on the board for Australia. There's just one of the incidents of this game, and that was the winning run crossing the plate. That was Cheng Chun Fang scoring on the wild pitch by Jenny Holiday on 1 out in the 5th inning. And there you're watching one of the magic moments for China, the last out. And there's Melanie Roach, fierce competitor, desperately wanted to win today. And there's the Australians waving to the crowd and giving thanks to their supporters who've come here in big numbers to Golden Park, Columbus. So final score, China 4, Australia 2, bronze to Australia in softball.
Yes, thank you, Chris Maitland, our 17th bronze medal. And just spare a thought for Joyce Lester as she left the field there. That is her swan song after a fantastic career spanning 20 years, 5 world championships. That equates to 5 Olympic Games. Joyce Lester, we salute you. A job extremely well done. Let's catch up on the latest news, and then we're going to be talking canoeing with Peter Landy.